following the story. Amrit, this is being seen first as a diplomatic victory, but under what terms, has Rana been extradited to India?
Well, Rana has been extradited because there was a case that India says that he needs trial under for the 2611 attacks. He's been booked under various sections of the then IPC because in the charge sheet presented by the NIA in 2011, he has been charged for under UAPA for a murder, for waging war against the nation. So essentially, India argued in the US courts that there is a case for extradition because there is an extradition treaty that exists between India and the United States, that he's wanted for acts of terror in India, for plotting and executing those acts of terror in India. And he's a key conspirator in that, and he needs to be tried in India and brought to justice. And it was under this plea that both the US administration agreed to. He went to the courts to stall his extradition, but the courts saw merit in India's argument and finally cleared the decks for him to be extradited to India, Mark.
Also, he's a high security prisoner, and this is a very high profile case. So in that sense, what kind of security has been provided for him?
Well, right now he's been brought and he's at the Palam airport. Once he leaves, he'll be there will be commandos of both of the Delhi police and the CRPF that have been assigned to him. He'll be kept in a very secured location while during in police custody. In all probability, his interrogation will take place at the NIA headquarters itself, which has been secured. All roads leading to the NIA headquarters have been completely cordoned off with barricades, with huge police and and commando presence there. Anyway, it's a very secure building, and of course there are the intelligence agencies would be doing their work to see that if because he could be under threat from sleeper cells of Lashkar-e-Taiba or other terrorist organizations operating from Pakistan who might want to eliminate him so that he doesn't spill more beans than what the Indian investigators already know, because he is unlike Kasab. He is fairly high placed in the pecking order and could have been in touch with the ISI, but surely with the Lashkar-e-Taiba, on which he has been convicted in the US courts, and which is India's case too. So he could, unravel. So, Amrit,
are there multiple cases?
How 2611 was planned.
Will there be multiple cases against him, or just one which will be heard in Delhi, or is he also going to be heard? There are cases against him which will be held in Mumbai, and just tell us a little bit about what we can expect over the next few years.
Okay, that's an interesting question. Now, first about, are there multiple cases? Yes, there are multiple charges. The case is one, the 2611 case. The NIA in 2009 had filed 4 FIRs, RC 201, RC 202, RC 203 and RC 204. He has been charged under various sections, as I told you, for waging war against the state, for murder, for under UAPA. So there are multiple charges of the law against him. In the charge sheet, it very clearly mentions he, along with 8 others, out of which 7 are Pakistani nationals. One is David Coleman Headley, so 2 non-Pakistani nationals, American and Canadian. 7 Pakistani nationals, including Mohammad Hafiz Saeed, Zakiur Rahman Lakwi, Sajid Mir, Major Samir, Major Iqbal of the ISI, and another gentleman called Hashim, Abdul Rahman Hashim. So there are other conspirators in the case who are right now in Pakistan. Now where will the case be tried? Right now, NIA is the premier investigating agency, so it will be tried in the Delhi court. There is a possibility that because there is a case open in the Mumbai court also, where Kasab was tried, because the crime happened in the jurisdiction of Mumbai police. So technically, Mumbai police can ask for his custody, but I don't think in this particular case it will, because even if the crime happens in your jurisdiction, if it has national implications, it can be transferred to federal agencies like the CBI or the NIA. In this case, the NIA. So yes, there could be cooperation happening between the Mumbai police and the NIA, but I think the case will primarily move in the Delhi court, in the NIA anti-terror court. Mark.
So, as Colonel R.S.N. Singh was saying that there is the entire plot has to be unearthed from him through interrogation. What can we expect, about this interrogation? You say it's going to be taking place at the NIA headquarters. What period of time, what time framework are we talking about this interrogation?
Oh, under the new law, they have to finish the case, they have to conclude the investigation in 3 years. But given that it's such a high-profile case and they already have a lot of pieces in place, as in the NIA charge sheet is pretty exhaustive, they broadly know the story. They may get to know some things that they already do not know, as in the level of involvement, say, of the ISI, or the collaboration between the ISI and the Lashkar-e-Taiba, or was Lashkar-e-Taiba cooperating with some local support here in Mumbai? Was it just Mumbai, or were the plans bigger, to carry out such attacks in other cities? These are information that can be attracted to him. If the NIA feels that there is much more evidence that they have been able to bring to the table, they may file an additional charge sheet. They've already filed charge sheet in 2011. If they feel the need for, they could file additional charge sheets against him. But essentially, I think what he will unravel is that how and when was the plan first hatched. Right. What is the level of involvement? The investigators have phone intercepts about a control room being set in Karachi, in which Major Samir and Major Iqbal were there. So what is, what was the level of institutional involvement of Pakistan? He could unravel. What was the money trail like? Was it Lashkar-e-Taiba's money, or did ISI pump in that money? Mark.
Okay, we leave it there. Thank you very much, Amritpal Singh, for putting things into context for us for the moment.